All praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai by Hashem Kakodash. Yahweh being the true, correct, powerful name of the Most High. His name is Yahweh. His son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, his true name is Yahushai, where Kakodash means Holy Spirit. That was in the Hebrew language. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone who rule well through the scriptures. Honorable mention to the brothers prophesying in truth and diligence. And peace to the elect. On screen, you see a picture of a so-called black woman full of cellulite. And it says why women shouldn't let cellulite define their beauty. I know this may sound sexist, a male chauvinist or whatever, but that's what defines beauty in a woman, her physical features. Ain't no man particularly looking for, oh, she's intelligent, or she does all this. And hey, that's that American bullshit. An intelligent woman compared to this is a woman that a man won't. A real man won't. Ain't nobody looking for no woman, because all these women that's so-called intelligent, got a degree and all that shit, they don't know how to properly take care of their bodies. Ask a woman about a pH balance. Ask her about a diet. All these women do is go out to eat all day. All right, so this is Proverbs 31. Okay? It says, verse 10, it says, who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. So that's a question. Who can find a virtuous woman? All right, let's see what they got for virtuous. Strength, might, efficiency, wealth, army, strength, ability, efficiency, wealth, whether of man means other resources, virtue, valor, force, good, souls, might, power, riches, strength, substance, war, worthy. So I'll deal with efficiency and ability, because a lot of women are not efficient and able to properly take care of a man, because that was your goal. Then the Lord tell Adam, he saw Adam dwelt in the garden and he wasn't satisfied, roughly paraphrasing. So he brought him a woman. All right. He brought him a helpmeet. All right. This is a virtuous woman. The heart of her husband do it safely, trust in her. How many men can say that? And I ain't just talking about whether she gonna go out and cheat on you, commit adultery. I'm talking about if she gonna manage the money correctly, manage the house correctly, manage the kids correctly, so that he shall have no need of spoil. She will do him good and not evil all the days of her life. Not when he not getting on her nerves, not when they get into an argument. Through thick and thin, ups and downs, she do him good. Not calling the police on him. All right? Not talking shit about them with their friends and family. It says, she seeketh wool and flax and worketh willingly with her hands. How many of you women know how to sew? Crochet. She is like the merchant ship. She bringeth her food from afar. She riseth also while it is yet night, and giveth meat to her household and a portion to her maidens. She considereth the field and buyeth it. And how many of you women consider? None of you, the majority of women, you don't consider things, man. Men too. But as far as women goes, for the sake of the lesson, women are very impulsive. You give them, you give them knowledge, you give them information, you give them advice. They go along, y'all, yeah. And then next thing you know, you're talking to them, and then you be like, hey, did you do what I told you? No, you was right. And it's constant. It happens. It's constant. It constantly happens. No, I know you was right. You're going to hear that all day. It says, with the fruit of her hands, she planted the vineyard. Not. Women don't know how to garden, for the most part. Most women under 50, to my knowledge. She girded her loins with strength and strengtheneth her arms. She perceiveth that her merchandise is good. Her candle goeth not out by night. She layeth her hands to the spindle, and her hands hold the distaff. She stretcheth out her hand to the poor. Yeah, she reacheth forth her hands to the needy. She is not afraid of the snow for her household, for all her household are clothed with scarlet. So this is a nice chapter, Proverbs 31st chapter, going into the role and ability and duties of a virtuous woman is also, I can't remember it right now, but it's also a chapter in Kings. Maybe like 2nd Kings. I want to say chapter 17. Speaking about a woman. Let me see if I can get it real quick. Okay, well, I can't find it. I'm not going to dwell on it. But yeah, it says, all right, so now you see these images of women with cellulite, go over, it gets worse. You see? And it's quite nasty, Some white women. And see, this is the body of the average so-called Israelite woman. Black, Latino, Native American, so-called, from the respective tribes. But people don't know that this is in the Bible. This is actually a curse from the Lord. All right? So let's get that. All right? Now, this is Numbers. Is it 5? This is Numbers chapter 5. It says, all right, 5 and 12, that's the spirit. Okay, it says, I'll start 11. It says, and the Lord, all caps is Yahweh, that's the Most High's name. It says, and Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, if any man's wife go aside and commit a trespass against him, and a man lie with her carnally, and it be hid from the eyes of her husband, and be kept close, and she be defiled, and there be no witness against her, neither she be taken with the manner. So basically, you done went and committed adultery. You went and sucked and fucked another man, and I'm being vulgar because that's what it is, man. Ain't nobody finna sugarcoat what you women be out there doing. You get a man, you be displeased in some way and somehow, and you formulate committing adultery, and you make yourself right in your own eyes. Well, I wouldn't have cheated if you spend more time with me. Bitch, I'm working. You don't work. I got to take care of the house. I wouldn't have cheated if you made more money. I'm under the curses. It's always something. It's always something where they justify what they did in their own eyes. And that's the scripture. I'll get that and come back to that. Salakia. Wipe. Proverbs 30 and 20. Man, I stutter. It says, such is the way of an adulterous woman. She eateth and wipeth her mouth and said, I have done no wickedness. Yeah, adulterous woman. You go out there and sucking and fucking and say, I ain't done nothing wrong. I ain't did no wickedness. Men cheat. Men do it too. This 2018. So it says, so this is a situation where a woman went and cheated on her man, and the man don't know it. It ain't no proof. He can't prove it. But what does verse 14 says? And the spirit of jealousy come upon him, and he be jealous of his wife, and she be defiled. Or if the spirit of jealousy come upon him, and he be jealous of his wife, and she be not defiled. So a lot of times when a man think his wife cheating on him or doing some bullshit, he true. He right. A lot of times, it may be true. It's true. But like the scripture says, it's times where it's not true. You got this occasion here and there where it ain't true. But oftentimes it's true. Verse 15 says, then shall the man bring his wife unto the priest, and he shall bring her offering for her, the 10th part of an ephah of barley meal. He shall pour no oil upon it, nor put frankincense thereon, for it is an offering of jealousy, an offering of memorial, bringing iniquity to remembrance. And the priest shall bring her near and set her before the Lord, before Yahweh. And the priest shall take holy water in an earthen vessel, and in the dust, and of the dust that is in the floor of the tabernacle, the priest shall take and put it into the water. And the priest shall set the woman before the Lord, and uncover the woman's head, and put the offering of memorial in her hands, which is the jealousy offering. And the priest shall have in his hand the bitter water that causeth the curse. That causeth the curse. And the priest shall charge her by an oath, and say unto the woman, if no man have lain with thee, and if thou hast not gone aside to uncleanness with another instead of thy husband, be thou free from this bitter water that causeth the curse. But if thou hast gone aside to another instead of thy husband, and if thou be defiled, and some man have lain with thee beside thine husband, then the priest shall charge the woman with an oath of cursing. And the priest shall say unto the woman, the Lord make thee a curse and an oath among thy people, when Yahweh doeth make thy thigh to rot and thy belly to swell. And just because we're not in our land, we the Israelites, the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, we got customs, we got laws, we got statutes, which we perform to serve and please the Lord, which we perform to serve each other. Now this was a whole scenario and with actions where the priest would get the dust out of the temple and put it in, mixed with some water. Just because we don't do that anymore, or just because we don't have the ability to do that, that don't mean that women don't commit adultery, and that curse of that cellulite and the gut and the rot gut and all of that. That don't mean that that's not in effect. All right, these things are still in effect, and that's why you women walking around like that. Now, some of it is a lack of discipline. You know, it's a lack of discipline. You don't eat right. Don't eat healthy. All right. Always want to go out to eat. No discipline and sticking to something to exercise. All these women, they all got these fucking plans and goals to exercise, and they do it for a couple days, spending all this money, gym memberships, buying workout DVDs, P90X and all that shit. All right, that should be still in the box. It says, when the Lord doeth make thy thigh to rot. What do they got for rot? It's a lot. Rot. To fall, lie, be cast. To fall prostrate. Nepal. Waste. Waste away. Be inferior. To waste away and be inferior. Because you women bodies are inferior, man. Inferior. All right. But it wastes away. And that's what these images are. You know, that's the so-called white woman there. Now, our women don't have bodies like this for the most part. And these is images, you know, these things be photoshopped and airbrushed. You know. These things be photoshopped and airbrushed and manipulated and all of that. But hey, this how the majority of our women look, man. Especially when they get around in their 20s. Here they go right here. This what we get. This the average woman. These the pickings. And then you women get mad when men want younger women. Because you women are used up, abused, and proud. Here it is. A woman's beauty is external. Fuck all that new age shit, man. Men want women for beauty. She look pretty, she got a nice body, and she listen. All that other shit is extra. If you good at math, cool. If you can read real fucking good, spell and all that shit, that's just pluses. All right? But women were made to serve and please and nurture men and children. And most of you women can't even do that. And then be proud. Looking like this. And you women know you ugly. You know you are the least confident people on the face of the planet. But because we have social media, and you can hit those angles, See, you know, a woman gonna take about 10, 15, 20 pictures before she posts one. Dudes too. But I'm dealing with the women right now. Yeah, get the right angle, turn, peel. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get this one. Get a couple hundred and get a couple likes, 100 likes on social media, and that's your self-esteem boost for the day. But inside, you know, you upset with your body. Your breast is sagging. And it's majority because of adultery. It's because of adultery and a lack of discipline, properly taking care of yourself. And a lot of you simp ass niggas, you go for these women, man. You forget or you may have not have known, but read the scriptures and you the prize. The scriptures say, who can find a virtuous woman? Because they few far in between. All right? But the Lord said he gonna make a man as a wedge of as a wedge of gold of Ophir, man. A man that fear the Lord. Look at this shit, man. It's people right now, and this picture looks, some of them look better than some people, women right now. The women, some of us men got right now look worse than this image right here. And this image is terrible. But hey, we under the curses, man. So-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. But you're dealing with the pride issue. I'll wrap it up with Isaiah. Isaiah, the 3rd chapter. Because that's part of the curse. That naughty body, or BMW, body made wrong. All right. Verse 16, Isaiah 3:16. Moreover, the Lord said, because the daughters of Zion are haughty. The daughters of Zion is the Israelite woman, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American. Haughty, to be high, be exalted, lofty, arrogant, proud. Tell a woman, how you doing? What's your name? She smirk, you know, whip her hair back and forth, ignore you or whatever. Just, you may or may not even, you may just be speaking to be polite. You might not even be interested in a woman. You just, you know, she a cashier. She ringing up your food. Hey, how you doing? But anyway, it says the daughters of Zion are haughty and walk with stretched forth necks. And the whole neck rolling thing and one-time eyes. And I experienced that, man. Women is not ashamed to look at a man directly in his eyes, to look at a man up and down, even if they with a man. Those one-time eyes, ogling, walking and mincing as they go, sashaying about, walking to be seen, clicking and clacking with their heels, as they go making a tinkling with their feet. Therefore, the Lord will smite with the scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion, the crown of the head, a scab, to cause a scab upon, to smite with a scab, a primitive root, properly to scrape out, but in certain peculiar senses of removal. Yeah. So your hair has been removed. Your hair has been scraped out. All right. A lot of you women are bald head. All right. Because the beauty is the glory of a woman is her hair. Why you think men like long hair? You ever notice when men be talking about women that they really like, they be like, yeah, man, she got long hair. You hear that often, man. Or she got a nice hair, you know. But you women know that in your spirit. That's why you always wearing this long ass ridiculous weave. And you not ashamed or embarrassed of that? You walking around with hair down to your ass that's not yours, but your natural hair don't even come past your earlobe. And you're not even ashamed. And it's like, it's no big deal to you women. And then you'll have it all colors, blonde. Anyway, and the Lord will discover their secret parts. In that day, the Lord will take away the bravery of their tinkling ornaments about their feet and their calls and their round tires like the moon. And you don't even see these women, you know, when I was growing up, and even guys older than me, women had like certain like jewelry. You know, you always saw women with like bracelets, and that stuff was real. Gold, you know, you saw women with like ring. You still see it now here and there with the older women. When I mean old, I mean older, like 60 and up. You know, they got the, you know, they had the gold rings, and that stuff be real, man. It says in that day, verse 19, the chains and the bracelets and the mufflers, the Lord took that away. What they got for mufflers? Oh, veil, okay. The bonnets and the ornaments of the legs and the headbands and the tablets and the earrings, the rings and the nose jewels, the changeable suits of apparel and the mantles. Yeah, you women ain't got changeable suits of apparel. All y'all do is wear fucking leggings all day. You wearing leggings and flip-flops. That's the average so-called black woman. Leggings and flip-flops. And the mantles and the wimples and the crisping pins, the glasses and the fine linen and the hoods and the veils. Verse 24, and it shall come to pass that instead of a sweet smell, there shall be stink. Yeah, you women stink, man. No matter how much dishing you do. And a lot of you women ain't even properly taking care of yourself. Taking showers. You women don't even take baths, man. You're supposed to take baths, man. You a woman, you got a fucking open womb. You gotta soak, you gotta set that down in soapy water, man. All right? And it shall come to pass that instead of a sweet smell, there should be stink. Your diet all off, that pH balance all off. It'd be too much sugar. All that sugar throws your pH balance off. And a lot of that sugar come from liquor. And you women are fucking alcoholics, man. Drinking all the time, all that drinking and all that drinking, that throws off your pH balance. Cause there's sugars in that, man. It said, and instead of a girdle, a rent. Yeah, that's your belly. That's why you think they got all these products for you stupid, silly women, man. All these waist cinchers and all this shit. And instead of well set hair, baldness. Yeah, y'all bald head. Without no weave, you bald. And instead of a stomacher, a girding of sackcloth and burning instead of beauty, man. And with that, all praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson to the hopeful elect. Shalom.